Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a T29. It's an American Tier 7 heavy tank, and it's on the north spawn of Fisherman's Bay, and it's being commanded by SpikeLikes. And the clock is counting down and about to start. Now, what can I tell you about the T29? Well, the prototype was built in 1947. They started work on it in 1944 as a counter to the German few shots get very good results in this game. Okay, he's moving off and he's headed towards the town. Now the main danger is if you don't redline in a game like this, that means go by the back of the map. There's a good chance that you might get shot by any scouts who are located in the midline. They will try to shoot you as you get across to the city. So it is better to go with the back of the map. However, once you're over into this area, you can actually get shots on the enemy at the midline over there, because you can use all the bushes and the trees and the obstacles as cover. Oh, Spike's going across. Looks like he's going to go to the far side, which is closer to the river. Now you can see through the gap there, but I suppose he's waiting for the T150 to see something. The unfortunate thing is they don't really have any scouts in this battle, so the difficulty is that they need somebody to go out and spot the enemy. Heavy tank's not the best thing to go out and spot the enemy because it hasn't got a very good view range. Very poor view range actually. But we have spotted a Jagdpanther. And Spike's trying to get a shot on him, he couldn't. That's because he's behind the building. We know he's there, just can't shoot at him just yet. He's poking out now though. Puts a round into him, 317. One shot, 300 hit points. Now, trying to get another shot in. Got a fairly long reload. 10.69 seconds, and he's killed the Jagdpanther. Now, there's a KV-15, I think, there. And there's an AMX M445, puts around for 300 hit points into him. I think that AMX M445 is going to be a little more cautious about poking out. Now, at this moment, SpikeLikes is taking a risk because he could get shot in the side. And there's a Tog 2. And it's got a wicked 17-pounder gun, but it doesn't look like the person who's using it knows how to fight it. So he's just taken one big round for 365 hit points, and Spikes puts another one in, finishes off the Tog for 56 hit points. So he's only fired 4 rounds so far and got hits with all of them. Now, can't hit the KV-15 just yet. Was that KV? No, it's a KV-1S. I thought it was a KV-15. What am I thinking? Now, there are some enemy up on the hill. He's got to be cautious about them because he could get shot in the rear. There's the M445. He's going to come around the corner, and there is the M4. And he did take a hit then, but he blocked it. And he's put one into the M445. He's about to reload and do it again. Oh, took a hit there, but gets around in, and he actually took out the AMX M445 there. Or did he? No, he didn't take it out because he was killed by the T150. And he gets around into the KV-1S. You can see that KV-1S has actually been hit several times. A few marks on him. We're loaded, almost. Now, going for the cupola, and the round goes over the top there. So that's the first bad round he's had. but the KV-1S is taken out by the T-34. Okay, he's moving towards the enemy cap. And he's not being cautious at all, and it was spotted there by the enemy. He's trying to work out where that enemy was and who's around him. So he's trying to drive third person. Ah, right, okay, spotted somebody, and it's the M12. He's off to the left. Yeah, there he is. And he's taken out with a hammer rack by the KV-1. And that was the last kill, would you believe it? The rest of the enemy were wiped out on the other side of the battlefield. And so, remarkably few rounds were fired. Let's have a look at the end of battle results. It's a second-class tanker for SpikeLikes in the T29. He also picked up a fire for effect for getting more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle. And, surprisingly, from just 9 shots, he got a high caliber. He took out the T20, the TOG. Did 421 hit points on him. He did 286 on the KV-1S. He took virtually all of the health off the Jagdpanther. Well, it was all the health off the Jagdpanzer. It wasn't a Jagdpanther. I said Jagdpanther early in the video. It's a Jagdpanzer 4. 600 hit points. And he also managed to pick up an extra 1,022 hit points off the AMX M445. But unfortunately, he didn't get the kill on that one because it was taken out by the T150. So let's have a look at the team score. Highest damage, 2,329 hit points. So it's nearly double the score of the highest member of the enemy team, which is an E25, and he was fighting on the other side of the battlefield. And he managed to get 2 kills, which put him joint top with Striv and the Poodle. And when it came to base XP, he was actually second with 890 base experience points. The Panzer IV-H actually managed to get a higher score, but then he was firing against higher tier opponents, and that's why he got a better score overall. So let's have a look at the detail report. 9 rounds fired, 8 direct hits, 8 penetrations. The one round that missed was the one he fired at the KV-1S, tried to go for the cupola, and instead the round flew right over the top of the tank. He missed it. Damage of 2,329 hit points, of which all of it was at close range. He received 4 hits during the battle. 3 were penetrations, 1 was a non-penetration. He also blocked damage of 240 hit points, and I believe that was from the AMX M445. He did spot 2 enemy vehicles during the battle, damaged 4 of the enemy, killed 2 of them, and did damage assistance of 723 hit points. On a premium account, he earned 45,404 credits, and there was no deduction, so that's all he took away. And he received 1,335 experience points, times 5 for the first victory of the day, and he had a personal reserves bonus game at the same time, so he actually took away 7,343 experience points altogether. But this is a pretty good replay for a T29, and it was over very, very quickly. The battle actually only lasted 5 minutes 14 seconds, but that's not bad to pick up a high caliber. And although SpikeLikes did take some risks when he did cross that square with the boats in the harbour, because he could have been shot in the side if somebody had poked around the corner where the Jagdpanzer was. But he did take some risks, and also that he was lucky that the TOG-2 driver wasn't really on the ball. He was actually aiming at different targets. If the TOG-2 had actually fired at him with a 17-pounder gun, I think he probably would have taken more damage. So he was lucky there that the TOG-2 was inexperienced. But it was a good replay. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.